Just 2 days to go now for the IPL auction that's going to happen on November 19th in Dubai. And we have all been doing our teams, the analysis, whatever you may have regarding Sunrisers Hyderabad, Mumbai Indians, Chennai Super Kings, Royal Challengers Bangalore, Delhi Capitals and Lucknow Super Giants. We've covered North, we've covered South, we've covered East. Now let us cover a bit of the West because our team today is the Pink Brigade. We had a pink ODI just now, but forget about that. That was as one-sided as you can get. But this team is not one-sided as you may think because Rajasthan Royals, the inaugural winners of the IPL in 2008, a rockstar team led by a rockstar, unfortunately the first Royal who is no longer with us. 2022, they had reached the final on the back of some magnificent performances from three particular individuals. Jos Buttler, Yashasvi Jaiswal and a certain Yuzi Chahal, who is the hot topic. Can he make it to the T20 World Cup? So, Rajasthan Royals, if you look at what their strategy is in this IPL auction, they are the team that may potentially have the least of the worries along with Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Yeah.
Batting sorted, spin bowling sorted, and just before the IPL auction, they had one big trade which has boosted their bowling lineup also. So before Shashwat jumps in, I'll just give you the list. I and Shashwat will discuss what can be the strategy that Rajasthan Royals can employ heading into the auction pool. And so, core has been retained by the Rajasthan Royals. Let's not make any mistake about it. If you want us to tell us the playing 11 right now, it would be very simple to make because eyes closed, Yashasvi Jaiswal and Jos Buttler will open, right? Followed by Sanju Vishwanath Samson. He's coming in. So Sanju at number 3, Shimron Hetmeyer is at number 4. Then you have a bit of a kerfuffle if you have to look at it for number 5. Dhruv Jurel, Riyan Parag, right?
Yeah.
Then, if you want, you've got a lot of wicket keeping options also. Okay. Then, if you want to look at it, Adam Zampa at number 7. Oh, sorry, Ravichandran Ashwin at number 7. If you have to look at it. Then you got Adam Zampa, Trent Bolt, Avesh Khan,
who has been traded from LSG, has come specially. Great day for him on the field today as well.
It was, and that will be very, very interesting indeed. So, you've already got Prasidh Krishna could be one of the options. Trent Bolt is there. So, your 4 overseas options are Trent Bolt, Adam Zampa, Jos Buttler, and Shimron Hetmeyer.
No, not Adam Zampa. You have Yuzvendra Chahal na to fill in those shoes.
But
would you go with 3 spinners?
I would say, okay, see, the characteristic of the Savai Mansingh is traditionally it's been a slow low deck. You saw even in 2023, it was a slow low deck. Now, there is a toss up. Okay, Zampa, he's won the World Cup for Australia. It was his wicket taking. You can't ignore him because, okay, I understand. Chahal, Ashwin, Zampa. Your batting might probably be weakened to a big extent.
Yeah, and you also have to remember that you have Riyan Parag also who can chip in with spin bowling as well. I think moving into the auction, all they would be looking for is backups. As you can see here, all of these players in their side, most of them were backups to them. Murugan Ashwin got just a couple of games. KC Karyappa did not make
KM Asif also.
KM, all of these were more or less backups also. If they look at, like you mentioned, all of these, Riyan Parag would definitely start. They have been backing him all throughout.
But remember, Riyan Parag didn't feature in most of the games last year.
They dropped him for a couple of games, not for the most of the
Majority of the IPL he was there. But okay, I can understand where Riyan Parag's sympathies come in because he had an outstanding Mushtaq Ali Trophy. He had a world record 7 consecutive 50 plus scores. And because of that, he was the lone warrior in that sense, the majoritarian warrior who ensured Assam reached the knockout stages of the side Mushtaq Ali.
Yeah.
And they got a win over Bengal as well. And at that time, Riyan Parag made a big statement in that. So, there will be a push for Riyan Parag to be included. But in the last 2 years, unfortunately, he's become the butt of jokes. It's quite sad because Riyan Parag is one of the few individuals from the northeast of India who's made an impact on the big stage. I mean, when you look at the Indian heartland, very few from Kashmir, although some are bursting through from Kashmir at this point in time. The northeast is the most ignored section, like how for Sri Lanka, northern Sri Lanka is ignored because of what has happened in Jaffna and all that. For if you look at Pakistan, NWFP, Waziristan, only a few individuals can come through. Similarly for India, Northeast India is totally excluded. And somebody like a Riyan Parag who's making an impact, although he's not got the consistency, the fact that he's made the butt of jokes is kind of tasteless. Let me be very honest. There are far worse players who got on a longer rope, but you don't make a joke out of that anyway. So, Riyan Parag / Dhruv Jurel, because remember, it was Dhruv Jurel's entry that changed the entire dynamics of it. But heading into the auction, the purse remaining for Rajasthan is a bit of a concern, 14.5 crores. Slots available are 8, overseas slots are 3. Now, if you have to look at what was the major problem for Rajasthan Royals in the IPL of 22 and even of 23, it was a weak underbelly, meaning lower middle order. You needed a bowling all-rounder in that sense. Now, this is going to be the major KRA that Rajasthan Royals will be hoping to fulfill.
Exactly. That's why I think that the purse remaining isn't that big an issue, because I think more or less they will be targeting that just that one slot. Someone like a Pat Cummins, Chris Wokes could be their key targets. Darren Mitchell also, but Darren Mitchell, a lot of franchisees would be going after him. So I don't think if they would be able to compete to the franchisees who have something like a 13-8, 39, someone like a Delhi Capitals who have a 30 crore plus purse also. So I think this, Darren Mitchell would not be a target. Pat Cummins, Chris Wokes could be the Harshal Patel could be a very good pick.
You need a death bowler.
Yeah.
You need a death bowler. Shardul also. But remember, if you have to look at which team will go for it the most, I mean, Mumbai Indians also have a significantly higher purse than Rajasthan. Not much, but they have a bigger purse. Mumbai are in desperate need of an all-rounder. Rajasthan Royals, I don't think they will need that much of an all-rounder because they may rely on their batters and their bowlers purely to get them out of trouble. Ashwin is starting. Chahal starting. Avesh starting. Bolt starting. So 4 slots in the bowling are done. Who's the 5th bowler? 5th bowler, if you look at, why not a James Neesham? But remember, Neesham didn't get a run in the Rajasthan Royals primarily because his bowling let him down. So, Hetmeyer, who are your 4 overseas? Let us just stick that away first. Bolt, certain. Butler, certain. Hetmeyer, certain. Who's the 4th?
That's where I'm saying that Adam Zampa, that's why I wasn't counting him in the starting 11, because I think they could just get in a Chris Wokes, Pat Cummins, someone who can chip in with significantly with the bat and give them those confident 4 overs also. There they can get that overseas pick and their team would be, and their side would be fully sorted, because then you have firepower up the order, middle order. In backups, Kunal Singh Rathore yesterday played a really fighting
very well in the Vijay
for the Rajasthan side also. So more or less sorted side, just need backups. 8
or 9 out of the playing 11 are sorted for Rajasthan Royals. Okay, as I had mentioned, Sanju Samson will be at number 3, Yashasvi and Butler will open. 4 will be Hetmeyer, most likely will be Hetmeyer. 5, you've got a Jurel or a Riyan Parag. Okay, that's 5. 6.
Again, I think both of them would be starting.
That's a very inexperienced middle order if you look at it. Sure, Jurel and Parag, if they start at 5 or 6, that is the area. Number 5 will be that area wherein you need an experienced bowling all-rounder.
No, but don't you think that Dhruv Jurel has been with the India A side and has been in the reckoning of the India side also since that IPL had a magnificent IPL last time around? Riyan Parag wouldn't call him an inexperienced campaigner because he has been playing the IPL since quite a long time now. So I would not call him.
So okay, there is a problem with the number 5 and 6 situation. Okay. Then 7, you've got an Ash. 8, you've got a Yuzi. 9, you've got maybe a Trent Bolt. 10 is Avesh, 11 is Sandeep Sharma, because Sandeep Sharma also had a decent IPL in that sense.
Kuldeep Sen and Sandeep Sharma.
No, Kuldeep had a horrible
as a
IPL.
backup to Sandeep Sharma.
No. So, there is also Prasidh. Prasidh did not feature last year because he was injured. So, either Avesh, Prasidh / Sandeep Sharma, then you got Bolt, then you got Ashwin, Chahal. So, that is your 4 to 5. So, in essence, you got 9 players sorted. Who are the other 2? 1, you will potentially need, if you have to look at it, your number 5 and 6. Because 5 and 6 is a toss-up between Jurel and Riyan Parag. But you will need a bowling all-rounder to sort that out. Who is the bowling all-rounder? Maybe Shardul Thakur. But looking at the indication, Shardul Thakur could go to Mumbai Indians. My gut feeling says that, because they are in desperate need of a bowling all-rounder because Cameron Green's gone. There is a Tim David, but can you trust Tim David's bowling?
No, you cannot.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Mumbai Indians, because in their pursuit of Hardik Pandya, now they have relinquished a bowling all-rounder. Green at least offered you a bit of depth with the batting, but can Shardul do that? That's a different question. So, we are looking at basically 9 players sorted, 2 needed.
2 needed, yeah.
So, 14.5 crores, will they fill in all? Okay, 8 slots are available, out of which 3 are overseas. So, 5 Indians, 3 overseas. Maybe they'd want to get 1 bowling all-rounder overseas.
Yeah.
Spinners, no problem. Pacers also, no problem. They have got a settled core in that. With Avesh's entry, it's changed slightly. Although I have my doubts over Avesh Khan in a big way. But who can be the bowling all-rounder?
I don't know about an overseas one, could be Chris Wokes, but Harshal Patel I think could fill in the shoes pretty nicely here, because
where will you fit Harshal Patel?
You would get him above R Ashwin. You can play at 5 and 6. You can play Dhruv Jurel and Riyan Parag.
Then Harshal comes just or.
Then you get Harshal Patel and then your remaining bowlers Ashwin, Chahal, and after that you have Trent Bolt.
But remember, we don't count Harshal Patel as an all-rounder. He's a bowler who can bat a bit.
Yeah.
But remember, even Harshal Patel's bowling stocks have dipped in the last year. Remember, last year he was released. Why? Because he was not looking good form. He couldn't defend those overs against LSG. So that's why it's a big problem that you've got. So the bowling all-rounder bit, I would say it's an overseas one. If you get a Harshal Patel, where will you fit him?
Then you have someone like a Chris Wokes. Pat Cummins can genuinely chip in with the bat big time. He has done that previously in the IPL season. We have seen him do that regularly with the bat also.
I think Rajasthan's low purse won't allow them. I think Cummins is going for big bucks this time. A Cummins, a Stark, a Rachin Ravindra, all are going for big bucks. Maybe at max 4 to 5 crores. Yeah. Minimum 4 to 5 crores. That's about it. No one, I think, this time is crossing the 15 crore mark or the 16 crore mark. I don't think that's happening. So, let us see how Rajasthan Royals shape up, because they have got the least of the worries, but I would say they may bid for a Wokes.
Yeah.
They could bid for a Daryl Mitchell even.
Daryl Mitchell, again, the same thing that I think a lot of franchisees would be going after him. Their purse would not allow them to go that
Maybe. Mitchell can go to 4. Hetmeyer can then be your finisher, get a Dhruv Jurel at 6.
Yeah, you can do that, but again, Daryl Mitchell, the only problem is a lot of teams are going after a Daryl Mitchell.
If Daryl Mitchell gets sorted out in the Rajasthan Royals setup, then I think he can be an asset. Because see what will happen, okay? Till number 3, everything is sorted. 4, 5, 6 are a problem.
Yeah.
I think mostly 6 is sorted with Dhruv Jurel's entry. Because Dhruv Jurel outshone Riyan Parag, and that's why he got a long run. 4 can be a Mitchell. He's done well for New Zealand at 4. He can also chip in with his dibbly-dobblies. So that's 1 overseas, sorted. Butler, Bolt, sorted. Hetmeyer, sorted. Hetmeyer comes in at 6 or a 5. Jurel at 6. Ashwin at 7. Chahal at 8. Then you've got Trent Bolt, Avesh Khan.
And Prasidh.
Prasidh / Sandeep
Sharma.
That's your 11. I think if Mitchell can get an entry and he gets a fair game time, then I think he can balance the composition out well.
But I think if they end up getting Mitchell, it would be definitely a steal. Because I don't think that that's a high possibility, because again, seeing all the other teams, everyone needs someone like a Mitchell and everyone has that purse to go after him. Would Rajasthan be able to go after him with this purse? That is to be seen on the 19th.
I mean, how are you going to get in Stark, Cummins? Hazelwood also, remember, is in the auction pool.
Yeah.
How are you going to get Ravindra? How are you going to get all the others? See, the purse is the biggest deterrent for Rajasthan Royals, and that's why let's see how it goes from here. But Rajasthan have the least worries. Their lower middle order, 5, 6 is a problem. They will need yet another, you may say, one of the bowling all-rounders to ensure their balance is stabilized. Otherwise, pace bowling, spin bowling, top order, everything is sorted. They just need a lower middle order. And that is the one loose end that they'll look to tie up once the auction is over. One hopes that they make the right decision this time around as well. Because number 4, 5, 6, their balance was a big issue. Even in the last 2 IPLs that we have seen. Butler took you through on a prayer. Jaiswal peaked later. Samson yet again started well, tapered off. That's why the lower middle order has to fire for Rajasthan Royals. So, you have any other doubts, or do you think the assessment is all right? We need a bowling all-rounder at number 5, 6.
I think more than Daryl Mitchell, again, I feel that Pat Cummins would be the one they would be going after.
where will he fit in? That's the problem.
He can definitely.
He's not a batter, and remember, he struggles against spin big time. Mitchell doesn't struggle against spin. He plays spin brilliantly.
It's again both of them are not competing for the same slot. If Pat Cummins he'll come lower down the order, somewhere around 6ish, 7 most probably, and then
9
goes
max 9.
One down, one order down.
Yeah.
But again,
so that's
is the main problem.
Yeah, so that's our assessment of Rajasthan Royals, and one hopes that they can put in a good show, because last time also they failed to make it to the knockouts. They just lost out by, I think they finished 6th or 7th if I'm not mistaken. So if memory serves me, I may be wrong also. So Rajasthan Royals with 14.95, they may not be going that aggressively in the auction. But let's see how it goes. So from me and Shashwat, it's bye-bye. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap the bell icon so that when we go live, and don't forget we're on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.